Chosen one, stop right where you are because heaven just interrupted your timeline. You didn't land on this message by chance. You were drawn here by divine appointment. The Spirit of God has intercepted your day, your scrolling, your distractions, to deliver a message that your soul has been waiting for. Anointed one, this is not another video. This is a spiritual alert, a heavenly transmission wrapped in human word. You are standing at the very edge of a supernatural shift, a divine transfer that will not just change your finances, but transform your future. The delay you felt wasn't denial, it was divine positioning. Every closed door, every season of lack, every battle that seemed to drain you, it was preparing you for this precise moment. The word says in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it?" Chosen one, heaven is doing that new thing right now. Your name is on the scroll of release. Your obedience has triggered movement in realms unseen. So silence the noise, lean in, because heaven isn't whispering, it's calling your name. Your life, your destiny, your inheritance depend on what happens in this moment. Chosen one, I need you to slow down and listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit. You didn't land here by accident. Heaven orchestrated this moment, pulling you out of distraction, out of noise, out of the endless scroll, to speak something that will mark the rest of your life. You have felt it, haven't you? That subtle ache that whispers there must be more purpose, more meaning, more to your story than what the world has shown you. That restlessness in your chest is not anxiety, it's awakening. It's heaven calling your name. Anointed one, I know the pressure you've been under. It's not random, it's recognition. You have been marked since before you took your first breath. The warfare around your life has always been proof of the weight you carry. You wondered why the storms never seemed to stop, why rejection followed you, why loneliness shadowed your brightest days. It was not punishment, it was preservation. God was hiding you while He was building you, keeping you covered while your roots went deep, because what you're about to carry now cannot be shaken by shallow foundations. I've felt that same fire before, the one that makes you question everything. The season when every door closes, when people walk away, when you feel unseen and forgotten. I didn't realize it then, but heaven was stripping away what couldn't go with me into my next chapter, and maybe that's what's happening to you. You've been praying for breakthrough, but God's been giving you purification. You've been asking for doors, but He's been building the strength to hold them open once they swing wide. Chosen one, this is not a moment for fear. This is a moment for recognition. Heaven is confirming what your spirit already knows. You are standing on holy ground. You are on the edge of a supernatural shift, a divine transfer of wealth and purpose. The resistance you feel is not because you're losing. It's because something heavenly is pressing through the atmosphere to reach you. When the heavens release, the earth always trembles first. And right now, the tremble you feel in your life is not collapse, it's birth. Every test, every delay, every tear has been the labor of destiny. The things that tried to bury you were really planting you. The pressure you feel is proof that what's been hidden is about to emerge. You are not breaking down, you're breaking open. Chosen one, you've reached the intersection where heaven meets your obedience. What happens next depends on your response. This is not just another word. This is heaven's interruption. Your yes today determines what multiplies tomorrow. Don't let distraction rob you of divine timing. Don't mistake exhaustion for defeat. The very thing that feels like it's crushing you is the proof that heaven is preparing to release you. Pause here. Breathe. You've been fighting battles no one saw, carrying weights few could imagine, but still you're standing. That means grace has been carrying you all along. That means your name is still echoing in heaven. And if you're hearing this right now, it means God hasn't changed His mind about you. Chosen one, this is your call, not a suggestion, not a coincidence. This is divine alignment in real time. Heaven has leaned in to see how you respond. Because your next act of faith, even a whisper of surrender, can shift everything. Chosen one, there's something I need to tell you, something most people never understand until it's almost too late. The battle you've been fighting isn't against people, circumstances, or luck. It's against distraction, doubt, and delay, the invisible strategies designed to keep you from realizing how close you are to breakthrough. You see, the enemy doesn't waste energy on the unassigned. He only wages war where there's something worth stealing. That's why your life has felt like a constant storm. From childhood, you were targeted not because you were weak, but because you were chosen. The very places that hurt the most were the areas of your greatest anointing. The moments where you almost gave up were the proof that you were carrying something heaven refused to let die. Anointed one, I know what it feels like to wake up exhausted from battles you can't explain. The pressure, the financial strain, the isolation, it's all been part of the refining. There were days I thought God was silent, when every prayer seemed to hit a ceiling. But later, I realized silence doesn't mean absence. It means strategy. Heaven doesn't speak when it's building. In those quiet seasons, God was not ignoring you, He was inspecting you. He was strengthening the walls of your character so the weight of destiny wouldn't collapse them. Because what's coming next in your life isn't small. It's not another temporary blessing or emotional high. It's a supernatural shift, a divine wealth transfer, yes, but also a release of authority. The kind that changes not just your story, but the stories of everyone connected to you. You've prayed for increase, but heaven answers with alignment. And alignment often looks like loss before it looks like gain. Friendships ended because they couldn't carry your next chapter. Doors closed because they would have led you off purpose. Resources dried up so that when the provision comes, you'll know exactly who sent it. Every no in your past was protecting the yes you're about to walk into. Chosen one, listen carefully. You are standing in the middle of a divine setup. Heaven has been repositioning the pieces around your life like a master chess player. What looked like delay was actually design. What felt like rejection was redirection. And what you thought was the end was only the prelude to your unveiling. There's a moment in every destiny where heaven tests what you believe. That's where you are now. God is not testing to disqualify you. He's testing to prove you ready. You've been entrusted with the kind of calling that requires resilience, not comfort, obedience, not explanation, and every tear you've cried has been counted, not one has been wasted. Anointed one, your faithfulness in obscurity has been seen. Heaven doesn't forget consistency. The same God who watched you give when no one was watching, who saw you worship through heartbreak, who noticed your quiet sacrifices, that same God is now preparing to honor you publicly. You are moments away from the divine exchange, where hidden obedience becomes visible reward. You're standing at the threshold, where pain turns to power, scarcity turns to overflow, and waiting turns to winning. But it won't come through striving, it will come through surrender. Chosen one, the war you've endured has not been about destruction, it's been about discovery. Heaven was never trying to break you, it was revealing what could not be broken. And now, the unseen realm has shifted. The season of hidden battles is ending. The season of heavenly manifestation is beginning. So stay alert, stay surrendered, because what's coming next isn't random, it's recompense. Chosen one, I can sense it. You've been standing at the edge of exhaustion. You've prayed until your voice trembled, believed until your heart ached, and waited until hope felt thin. You've whispered to heaven, God, how much longer? And the silence that followed almost felt cruel. But I'm here to tell you that silence was not rejection, it was divine suspense. The breaking point always comes before the breakthrough. Always, The moment you feel like you can't take another step is often the moment right before the heavens open, because it's in that breaking that God proves what's eternal inside you. Everything temporary, fear, insecurity, doubt, it cracks under pressure. But what's divine, your faith, your purpose, your calling, it gets stronger in the fire. Anointed one, I know that place personally. I remember the nights when I thought the promise had expired, when it looked like every prayer was wasted breath. But it was in those nights that heaven whispered back, I'm not done. And maybe, right now, God is whispering that same thing to you. You are not done. This story isn't over. The fact that you're still here, still breathing, still standing, still listening, means the hand of God never left you. Chosen one, the pressure you've been under is not punishment, it's preparation. You've been asking for expansion, but God has been stretching your capacity. You've wanted overflow, but heaven's been reinforcing your foundation. The deeper the root, the greater the fruit, and the longer the wait, the bigger the release. Look back for a moment. Every time you thought it was the end, grace showed up. Every time you thought you lost everything, something unseen was preserved. Every closed door led you closer to alignment. Every delay was heaven's way of saying, not yet, the stage isn't ready. And now, that stage is being set, quietly, perfectly, in your favor. Anointed one, you've carried weights no one else saw, smiled through pain no one else understood, encouraged others while your own soul was bleeding, and heaven has recorded every act of endurance. You haven't been unseen, you've been hidden under the shadow of divine protection, because premature exposure would have cost you the promise. And now, the waiting is shifting. The ground beneath you is trembling, because heaven is rearranging the order of your life. The spiritual atmosphere is clearing. The debris of disappointment is falling away. What you thought was the end of something is actually the unveiling of what's next. Chosen one, don't despise this moment. The pressure you feel means you're closer than you've ever been. You're standing at the threshold of a supernatural turning point. The kind that flips the script of your life overnight. One divine instruction, one act of obedience, one whisper from the Spirit, and everything changes. Do not give up here. This is the final stretch before fulfillment. When the seed is buried, it looks like death, but it's really transformation. And when your life feels buried, when dreams go silent, and prayers feel unanswered, that's when resurrection begins beneath the soil. Anointed one, the Lord has been refining your heart for this very moment. What you've lost in comfort, you've gained in power. What you've endured in secret, you'll soon carry in authority. The weight that tried to crush you was the same pressure that crowned you. So lift your head, wipe your tears. This breaking point is not your ending, it's your evidence. Evidence that heaven is moving, that promises are maturing, that your breakthrough has already been written in God's timing. Chosen one, hear me clearly, this is not falling apart. This is falling into place. Chosen one, there has been a hidden hand guiding you, a quiet presence behind every twist, every heartbreak, every closed door. You might not have recognized it at first. Sometimes it looked like delay, sometimes disappointment, sometimes even defeat. But heaven was never absent. It was designing something too sacred to rush. Anointed one, I want you to remember this. What you lost was never meant to leave you empty. It was meant to make space for what's eternal. Every subtraction was divine strategy. You thought things were being taken from you, but in reality, God was making room for new provision, for supernatural transfer, for a blessing that carries weight. I know the feeling of watching opportunities slip away and wondering if I somehow ruined my chance. But the truth I learned, and the truth I'm speaking over you now, is this: what's ordained for you cannot be stolen. It can only be delayed until you're ready to carry it. And chosen one, you are ready now. The waiting has done its work. The pruning has purified your heart. You have been refined in silence, and now the sound of release is echoing through heaven. The divine exchange is in motion. Heaven doesn't let obedience go unrewarded. Every tear has been converted into oil. Every seed you sowed in faith, the kind you gave when you barely had anything left, is now returning multiplied. The wealth transfer you've sensed in your spirit isn't just financial, it's positional. God is shifting you from striving to stewardship, from waiting for blessing to walking in it. Chosen one, you must understand this moment isn't random. The same way a tide rises after a long stillness, so is favor rising around your life. What was locked is being loosed. The gates that once resisted you are now opening, and the resources that were tied up are being released, not because you chased them, but because heaven ordained them. But here's the mystery. God often hides divine release behind ordinary obedience. The miracle doesn't come when you understand everything. It comes when you say yes anyway. It's the still small acts forgiving that person, trusting through uncertainty, praying when no one sees that unlock supernatural movement. Anointed one, heaven has witnessed your yeses. When no one applauded, when no one understood, you kept going. You stayed faithful when it made no sense. You carried your cross without complaining. And because of that, a shift is taking place. The invisible hand of God is flipping the script. What once drained you will begin to sustain you. The very thing that caused pain will now produce purpose. This is the divine exchange, the sacred moment when loss becomes leverage, when sorrow becomes seed, when suffering becomes strength. You are walking into a new atmosphere where favor will locate you without explanation. Opportunities will align not by chance, but by decree. Conversations, encounters, and connections are already being rearranged to fit your destiny. I've seen it happen before. One day you wake up, and something feels different. The air shifts, the heaviness lifts. Doors that were sealed suddenly respond to your presence. Not because you forced them, but because heaven said, now. And I sense that now over you, chosen one. You are standing in the place between promise and manifestation. This is where faith becomes sight. This is where prophetic words turn into lived reality. The supernatural transfer isn't coming to you, it's being activated through you. You are the vessel of release. Chosen one, trust the unseen hand. It has never failed you. It has guided you through shadows to bring you into this light. Everything you thought was random was really preparation. Every delay was choreography. And now, heaven is moving quickly. This is your divine exchange. Receive it not with fear, but with reverence. For what is being placed in your hands now carries eternal purpose. Chosen one, the fire you've walked through was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to define you. The storms, the losses, the betrayals, the seasons where everything seemed to collapse, none of them were coincidences. Every flame that touched your life was a holy fire, refining you for the authority you're now rising into. Anointed one, God doesn't crown the untested. He refines his vessels in the furnace of affliction, so that when glory comes, pride cannot. That's why your journey has been so fierce. Heaven was preparing you to carry weight without breaking. You were being purified for power. You see, oil doesn't flow without crushing, and gold doesn't shine without heat. You were crushed so the anointing could flow freely through you. You were heated so that everything false could melt away, leaving only what's eternal. I know that fire. I've lived it. I've walked through seasons where everything I built turned to ashes. But what remained was strength I didn't know I had. It was there, in the flames, that I stopped performing faith and started living it. It was there that I discovered who I really was. Not fragile, not forgotten, but forged. Chosen one, that's who you are too, forged in fire. You may not realize it yet, but your scars are glowing with purpose. They are proof that you endured the refining and came out pure. You are stepping into a season where the authority you've gained through pain will begin to speak louder than your word. When you walk into a room, atmospheres will shift. When you pray, chains will break. When you declare, things will move, not because of emotion, but because of authority. The authority of the chosen one is different from the power of the world. Power demands attention. Authority commands respect. Power boasts. Authority flows in silence. It doesn't need to prove itself. It just is. That's what heaven has been building inside you. Quiet, steady, immovable authority. Anointed one, hear this. Your voice carries weight now. The same fire that once terrified you has become your mantle. The same suffering that once silenced you has become your strength. Heaven is now trusting you with what you were once too fragile to hold. That's why things are beginning to accelerate. Not because the fire is gone, but because you've learned to walk in it. You've been refined for rulership. The wilderness taught you worship. The valley taught you vision. And the fire taught you faith. You are no longer the same person who entered the furnace. You are emerging as a vessel of power, one who carries light wherever darkness once lived. Chosen one, step carefully but boldly. The crown that rests upon your life is not made of metal or jewels. It's made of fire. It burns with holiness, with assignment, with purpose. And from this point forward, your obedience will speak louder than your words. The same hand that refined you is now releasing you. So do not fear what's ahead. Fire cannot burn what's already been purified. You have endured what others couldn't. You have stood when others fell. And now, heaven calls your name with authority. Rise. Because the refining is over and the rain has begun. Chosen one, what was once hidden is now being revealed. For so long, heaven kept you covered not because you were unworthy, but because you were still being prepared. Now the veil is lifted. The world is about to see what God has been shaping in silence. You've been walking in shadows, but the light is shifting in your direction. Anointed one, divine exposure is not about fame or recognition, it's about revelation. It's the moment when heaven says, this one is ready. Ready to be seen, ready to be trusted, ready to carry influence that serves divine purpose. For years, you've been buried like a seed in the ground. It looked like nothing was happening, but under the soil, roots were spreading. You were becoming stable enough to sustain what's about to grow. The reversal of your season has already begun. The very circumstances that once drained you will now deliver you. The people who overlooked you will soon witness what they could not see. The areas of life that once brought shame will now become testimonies of glory. Because God never wastes pain, He transforms it into proof. Chosen one, I know what that unveiling feels like. It's humbling and it's holy. When God begins to bring visibility to your name, it's not to elevate your ego, it's to extend His reach. The platform you're stepping onto is not for performance, it's for purpose. Every door that opens now will be a door heaven approves. You won't have to chase opportunity anymore. Opportunity will begin to chase obedience. You might feel the tension exposure feels vulnerable. After all, you've grown used to being unseen. But this is not exposure for judgment, it's exposure for validation. Heaven is testifying on your behalf. The evidence of your faithfulness is speaking louder than your past. The very things that tried to humiliate you are about to honor you. The tables are turning, and this time, they're turning in your favor. Anointed one, divine reversal always begins subtly. You'll sense it first in the spirit, the heaviness lifting, the peace settling, the unexpected favor finding you. People who once dismissed you will reach out again, not understanding why they feel drawn to you. Environments that once resisted you will begin to make room for you. This is not manipulation, it's divine magnetism. Heaven has marked you, and earth must now respond. I remember when this shift began in my own life. Suddenly, things that used to be hard started flowing with ease. conversations that once closed off began to open. I realized then I hadn't changed what I was doing. I had simply stepped into when I was meant to do it. And timing changes everything. That's what's happening for you now. You're not just in a new chapter, you're in a new calendar. Heaven's schedule has caught up with your preparation. Chosen one. This reversal isn't just about restoration, it's about restitution. God isn't only returning what you lost, He's multiplying it. Double for the waiting, double for the warfare, double for the obedience you gave in the dark. The shift is so complete that the pain you endured will soon feel like a distant echo. So, do not shrink back when heaven begins to showcase what it built in you. The same God who hid you is now revealing you. The same silence that once frustrated you is now your foundation. And the same anointing that sustained you in private is now about to speak publicly. Walk boldly, chosen one. You are stepping into your divine unveiling. The world is about to witness what heaven has known all along. You were never overlooked. You were reserved. This is your reversal. This is your revealing. This is your time. Chosen one, the time for silence has ended. The same voice that once whispered your name in secret is now declaring it before heaven. You've been prepared, refined, and hidden long enough. Now comes activation. The Spirit of God is no longer just calling you to listen, He's calling you to move. This is the moment when prophecy becomes participation, when the word you received in tears begins to live through your action. Anointed one, what's stirring inside you right now is not emotion, it's awakening. Heaven has placed a frequency in your spirit, and the sound of destiny is beginning to resonate. This is why you've been feeling restless, why comfort no longer satisfies, why you sense that something bigger is calling your name. It's because your assignment has matured. The seed has become a tree, and now heaven says, arise. The call to rise isn't gentle, it's urgent. It's not a suggestion, it's a divine summons. You've carried revelation, you've walked through refinement, but now God is calling you into release. The world is groaning for what's inside you. Your voice, your gift, your obedience, they are needed now more than ever. The prophetic season you're stepping into is not about receiving words, it's about becoming them. Chosen one, I've walked through this very threshold myself. There was a day when I realized that praying for change was no longer enough. I had to become the change. I had to stop waiting for a sign and recognize that I was the sign. And that's exactly what heaven is telling you now. The moment you rise, everything connected to you rises too. When you move, atmospheres shift. When you obey, doors open. When you declare, heaven responds. Don't underestimate this moment. Prophetic activation is not about noise or hype. It's about alignment. It's when your will and heaven's will become one rhythm. That's when miracles start to happen naturally. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead is quickening you, breathing power into dreams that once felt dormant. What looked lifeless is about to move again. Anointed one, heaven has assigned angels to this very hour. They are positioning resources, people, and opportunities around you. But activation requires your agreement. God won't force you, He will invite you. The choice is sacred. Stay safe or step into destiny. And let me tell you, safety never births legacy. You were not created to play small. You were created to disturb darkness, to disarm fear, to awaken nation. You've prayed for breakthrough. Now heaven is asking for your participation. Speak when He says speak. Move when He says move. Don't wait for understanding. Revelation follows obedience. The moment you act in faith, the path lights up before your feet. And that light doesn't come from the world, it comes from the fire within you. Chosen one, heaven has already decided your victory. The question now is whether you will decide your movement. The time for hesitation is over. You've been equipped for this through fire, through silence, through delay. Every lesson was training. Every heartbreak was a classroom. Every waiting season was rehearsal for this very stage. So stand tall, shoulders back, eyes lifted. The mantle you carry is not borrowed, it's branded. The power in you is not temporary, it's eternal. The voice within you is not imagination, it's divine activation. You are not waiting on heaven anymore, heaven is waiting on you. Rise, anointed one. Step into the light of your calling. Speak as one who carries fire. Move as one who walks with angels. Live as one who has already overcome. This is your prophetic activation. This is your divine commissioning. You've been prepared in the shadows. Now step into the light and fulfill what heaven wrote about you before time began. Chosen one. This is the moment all of heaven has been waiting for, the fulfillment of everything that was promised, the unveiling of everything that was hidden, the awakening of everything that was asleep inside you. This isn't another message. This is prophecy becoming reality. This is where everything God whispered in the dark begins to shine in the light. Anointed one. The long night is over. The wilderness that once felt endless has served its purpose. The tears that once fell in secret have watered the soil of destiny. And now you stand on the edge of divine manifestation. The door you've been waiting for has opened, not because of effort, but because of alignment. You didn't chase this, you became this. The blessing didn't find you by chance. It was magnetized to the oil you carry. Heaven is in motion. The wind of fulfillment is blowing, and it carries your name. Every delay has been redeemed. Every detour has been redirected. What you thought was wasted time was actually preparation time. The same hands that allowed the crushing are now placing the crown. And not just any crown, a crown of fire, authority, and glory. You have graduated from waiting into walking, from hoping into possessing, from promise into performance. Chosen one, listen closely. The wealth transfer, the favor, the open doors, they're not rewards for perfection. They are confirmations of obedience. You have proven that your heart remains steady when everything shakes. And that is why heaven trusts you with influence. You are not just blessed to receive, you are blessed to release. Every resource coming to your life now carries kingdom purpose. Finances will flow, not for luxury, but for legacy. Opportunities will appear not for status, but for service. You will become a living river, heaven's supply, flowing through human hands. Anointed one, the world is entering chaos, but your life will become a signal of stability. While others fear collapse, you will walk in overflow. While others fight for survival, you will move in supernatural provision. Because you are not sustained by economy, you are sustained by covenant. The heavens are your source. The same God who fed Elijah with ravens is orchestrating divine delivery for you, even now. Chosen one. The alignment you've stepped into will ripple across generations. Your yes has altered bloodlines. Your obedience has shifted atmospheres. Your presence now carries the fragrance of purpose. Wherever you go, light will follow. Wherever you speak, chains will loosen. Wherever you stand, heaven will stand with you. You are not merely walking into blessing, you are becoming blessing embodied. And this is your final awakening. To realize that you were never waiting for a move of God. You are the move of God. You were never waiting for revival. You are revival. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead is alive inside you, awakening the world, one act of faith at a time. So now, chosen one, lift your hands, breathe deep, feel the atmosphere shifting around you. The storm has passed, the gates are open, and the season of manifestation has begun. Heaven is rejoicing not because you arrived at perfection, but because you arrived at surrender. The story you've lived is now becoming the testimony you'll tell. This is fulfillment. This is arrival. This is awakening. You are not who you were. You are who heaven always said you'd be. The angels are singing your name in victory. The Father is smiling and whispering, "It is done." Welcome to your divine completion, anointed one. Welcome to the moment heaven wrote for you before time began. The waiting is over. The fulfillment is now. Chosen one, pause and let these final words settle in your spirit. You did not arrive here by coincidence. Heaven arranged this meeting. You have heard the call, felt the stirring, and now you stand inside your Kairos moment, your divinely appointed time. The supernatural transfer has already begun. The unseen hand of God is aligning everything concerning you. Anointed one, you are not waiting for confirmation, you are the confirmation. What heaven has spoken is unfolding now. The same spirit that awakened you through this message will continue to guide you beyond it. Every word you've received today is a seed, and if you guard it, it will multiply into peace, into purpose, into provision. So I speak this blessing over you. May your path be illuminated by divine light. May your home overflow with supernatural favor. May your spirit stay anchored in truth, untouched by fear. And may your obedience continue to unlock what no human hand can close. If this word has resonated in your soul, seal it, declare it in faith, write, "I receive this," or "My life is aligned" in the comments, not as routine, but as prophecy fulfilled through agreement. Share this message so another chosen one may awaken. Subscribe not out of habit, but to stay connected to the flow of revelation that heaven is releasing in this hour. You are chosen, crowned, and unstoppable. Your rise has already begun. Walk forward, anointed one. Your light cannot be ignored.